Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video I'm going to take you through the week ahead analysis. We're going to look at the news for the week and some charts of interest. So going on the news then, we don't really have too much apart from some manufacturing PMIs and some average hourly earnings. We obviously have other things as well. You know, there's a bit of CPI data out of Germany, which could be important to the euro downside. But I think the markets for the early stage of the week are going to follow on from the end of last week in terms of what the Federal Reserve Chairman said about needing to fight inflation, and was very aggressive towards inflation, and that could suggest that the recent meetings coming up could actually see some more aggressive hikes. So that's something that I think is going to dominate the sort of early part of next week. And then obviously we have the sort of non-farm employment changes coming in from Wednesday, and I think that's then going to shake the market up in another way, because we are expected to see a drop forecasted in. Now, we did expect forecast lower last time, and we expected lower jobs last time, but it came in at 528k, and a boost to the average hourly earnings and a drop in the unemployment rate. So it was actually very good for the US dollar the last month. So be interesting to see if that has come down this month. The Fed have actually talked about that they're not too bothered about seeing full employment at the moment, because of they're trying to tackle inflation, and unemployment is a sort of a byproduct of hiking interest rates. So it's almost like a side effect of hiking interest rates is seeing unemployment rise. So it'd be interesting to see how the NFP data comes out at the end of the week. Going on to the strength meter then, so nothing really here that's kind of dominating. I think obviously last week we saw dollar rally and yen weaken. That's something I'm expecting to continue to going into this week. Other than that, we have the pound and the Swiss franc in reversal zones, so we could start to see maybe a bit of bullishness to the pound, bit of weakness to the Swiss franc. Do I expect bullishness out of the pound? Not particularly. So I expect maybe this to continue to kind of stay in the reversal zone. Swiss franc, maybe we'll see a little bit of a rejection here, but the euro being so weak is probably boosting a little bit of the Swiss as well. So I would not really expect too much out of that. The euro did reverse from its area and did start pushing to the upside, but because of what happened at the end of last week, I don't think we're going to see that continue all that much, unless it's against sort of weakening currencies already. Now, let's have a look at what happened then at the end of last week. We've obviously already had a look at this in the Forex market wrap, but if you didn't manage to look at that, you can see here that Euro US dollar had a really strong sort of reversal after Federal Chairman's Powell speech. We actually saw it come into the monthly value area low, where it rejected, and that to me is a, you know, if we're looking at it from a downtrending point of view, we're making lower lows and lower highs, and we've consolidated for a potential move to the downside. We're trading below parity again. I think the market's going to likely search for lower prices. First of all, I think we're going to probably see a break of the lows here at 9,900, or, you know, if we don't see that and price does rally early doors, maybe we'll see another rejection of the monthly value area low. I just don't see how this momentum is going to change at the moment. I don't see the outlook of that. I think if we are going to see it change, we would need to see closes above the 1.0100. If you see closes above that, maybe the bias for us needs to switch at that point. But for now, I think, you know, euro dollar's looking more likely to push to the downside. Same with pound US dollar as well. Like I said, don't really see the pound US dollar coming back just yet. We've got key levels coming at 117, 116.50s, 116.50s, the previous opens and closes of some weekly lows. So I expect price to go and search that early next week, and you can see again we're capped at that monthly value area low at the moment. So if things do change, then I would be expecting price to, you know, close above the 119s. That would then make me think that price could move higher at that point, but I don't see that happening at the moment. We kind of broke through this trend here. Maybe we'll get a pullback to the point of control of the week, and that could be an opportunity to see some downside in the short term. S&P 500, well, the S&P 500 has a very strong bearish close on Friday. Now, usually when we see that, the market can often gap and continue lower going into Monday. So that's what I'm kind of expecting from the market here. Maybe a gap and a break of the monthly value area high, maybe even a move to the monthly point of control around about 39.50 before seeing any kind of bounce back. However, if we do start to see price maybe gap higher on the open, then we could see price retest the weekly value area low, as well as kind of previous monthly highs and sort of the previous monthly sort of this month's lows were kind of all through in this area as well. So weekly value area low at 41.11 could be an area to see sellers come back into the market. Finally then, gold. So we talked about gold downside last week. We had a really nice rejection of the weekly value area low. Expecting the same again because gold does not react very well to the Fed hiking rates aggressively. And you can see that we're starting to get value being found in the sort of lower ends of the profiles. We do have this kind of little stumbling block here at 1736. It's a high volume node that price is finding a little support at, but I think if we break that low to the downside, I think we'll probably take these lows and probably go and search the other side of the value from July, which is between sort of $17.45 and $1,700. So I'm expecting maybe price to head back towards the monthly value area low sometime this week. Again, just to kind of add the risk element to it, if the dollar suddenly turns and we don't get the bullishness from the dollar that we're expecting, then I would only be bullish gold if we were trading above 1770. That would be my only sort of risk factor to add on there for now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video analysis. If you did, leave this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to see loads of other Forex trading content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.